Right, everyone, I have a quick Dollar Tree haul. I had to go to another town, and even though this Dollar Tree is kind of difficult to get to, it is one of the best. It's just very well stocked. They have a wide variety of things, and they typically have like all of the newer items. Whereas at my two Dollar Trees in the town that I live in, they like as soon as you see something, you better grab it because it won't be there the next time, and they're just generally like not very well stocked. I think it's just because of the volume of people that go to those stores. Um, but the other store is really nice, and I didn't need very much, so I just picked up a few items. But the first thing are these little letter trinket dishes. They're not very like wide in terms of being able to put things in them, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but they had all of the letters of my initials, so I just went ahead and grabbed them. And they don't stand up on their own either because the edges are like diagonal. But what I'm thinking is maybe putting like a little kickstand type thing in the back, and then they can stand up, and I may paint them. Not entirely sure yet, but I went ahead and grabbed them. And then a couple other decor items. These have not made any kind of appearance at my stores, but they had all the varieties at this other store. So I grabbed this one just because, I don't know, I really like the speckles on it. And I think this peach color, it's a little dark for like decorating my closet, but I think it's in the same family, so it should look good. And then similarly, they had all of these triangle little shadow boxes. And I wanted to get more of these, like two other ones, and then like put this one here and then the two other triangles like on the sides just to form like a little shelf. But I realized that the two sides of the triangle are longer than the bottom, so things wouldn't align properly because I kind of tested it out in the store. So I only got this one, and again, it has this like orange background that I think would look good in my closet, which I'm gonna like have to go through and declutter some of the stuff I have in there, and then just like I want it all to be this like peach tone. And then I grabbed one Christmas item, this Merry Christmas little globe. One of my stores did have these, but when I went, there were only two left, and both of them were really damaged, so I didn't grab it. I was like, I'll just forego those this year. But they had a whole bunch at this other store, and I found one that looked pretty decent, so I was excited about that to add to my Christmas decor. And then I just grabbed a few food items. So I saw this, it wasn't even with the regular candy, it was just on the top shelf, but these little coffee delight candies. I like that it said no high fructose corn syrup, and it's sweetened with cane sugar, and it also, each one of these has 2 milligrams of caffeine. So you know, I just like having little things that could potentially perk me up throughout the day without having to drink a full cup of coffee. I enjoy coffee, I like the flavor of it, and I do kind of like the little boost that caffeine gives me, but caffeine really affects me. So I tend to go with like lower doses. And when I'm at school, they offer these like little caffeine chocolates that's equivalent to like a half a cup of coffee. So I thought this would be something similar. I had tried to eat the Werther's coffee swirl ones, but I just didn't like the flavor of those. So I grabbed these just to try them. I tried them last night, and they are really tasty. So if you see these, pick them up. They're a nice little coffee flavor. And then I grabbed a bag of candy corn. I like to get my candy corn from the Dollar Tree just because they are in a smaller package. This is 6 ounce. I love candy corn, but it's just a lot of sugar. So, you know, buying a larger size bag, it's not something that I get throughout the fall season. But a smaller bag like this, you know, it's easier to use it up throughout the fall. And then they had so many spices. Like they had rosemary, they had paprika, chopped onions, parsley, poultry seasoning, all different types of seasonings that I never see at my Dollar Trees. and I would have purchased more, but I am leaving in a couple of weeks. But I realized yesterday during the day that I was running low on black pepper in my pepper shaker, and for some reason I just thought I had extra in the spice drawer, but I didn't. So I went ahead and grabbed a black pepper. And then similarly, I use Lowry's seasoning salt a lot, and I have a big container that's about this size and it's almost empty. And I saw this there, and it's just a really good size, and I figured I'd try it. It's seasoning salt, it's 16 ounces, it's a big container, you know, so I'm hoping it is comparable to Lowry's, because this is a really great deal getting this size for $1. And I love cream of wheat. And so it's nice to see that they had these little 3-packs of the Cinnabon. They don't always have these, so I just grabbed a package. And then, so I was watching a haul from Lee's Home, and she was saying how she normally stocks up on these, and she was running low, and she had grabbed another pack. But I have personally never seen these. They don't sell them in my Dollar Tree, but at the other Dollar Tree, they had a whole display of them. So I don't know if they're new or I just didn't know about them because my Dollar Tree doesn't sell them, but they seemed really cool. Like, you get 6 large ones, 7 mediums, and 4 small ones, and you can use them to cover up bowls. And this could be used for just like putting leftovers in the fridge, or even if you have people over and you want to cover the food while, you know, you're outside or you're waiting to like eat. I think this would be really good. So I just grabbed a box of these. They may even be really good to use during Thanksgiving too, if you're like covering dishes up before you serve them. And then the last couple of things that I got. So one is this little scarf here. So my store had put out their winter stuff, but they didn't put out the scarves that were like this. So they had this color, I want to say a black one, and then one that was like more blue and gray. But for some reason, this red one stood out to me. It's really nicely woven, like it feels nice. And I looked at the, like, what it was made out of, and it does have acrylic, polyester, and then 5% wool. But I just thought it was nice, and since my stores don't have them, I went ahead and grabbed one of them. And then the last thing I got was this Brush Buddies herbal toothpaste infused with charcoal. So I've been wanting to try a charcoal toothpaste, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And then I was walking through the toothpaste aisle, and they only had a few of these in like a display box, and I'm pretty sure it's not like a normal Dollar Tree brand, and it is 3.5 ounces, so it's a pretty good size. It's from this brand Brush Buddies. So I thought I'd try it. It will be my foray into charcoal toothpaste. And one little bonus item, so right across from that Dollar Tree that I went to in the other town, there's an Aldi, and they were gonna close in like 30 minutes, but I was like, you know what, let me pop in there and just grab whatever little groceries I need, grab some milk, eggs, some bread, things like that. In all, I think I spent maybe $15, but I did see that they had these because I managed to walk down the aisle where they had the cleaning supplies. So this is a pretty big container. It has 75 wipes. This is the first time I've seen anything resembling a full-size pack of disinfectant wipes at any store. Dollar Tree has the small little 15-count wipes of Clorox every now and then, but I was just surprised to see these. They had a bunch of them. They were limiting them to one. And it was $3, but I went ahead and grabbed it. So just keep an eye out if you shop at Aldi. You never know what you're gonna find, but I think this is really good to have. And that's it.